The other big story we're following is the search for Cory Bigsby. Today, volunteers continued to search for any signs of the missing 4-year-old boy. They spent much of the morning looking in and around the Ridgeway Dog Park off of East Mercury Boulevard in Hampton. As we reported, Bigsby was reported missing more than 2 weeks ago from his home in the Buckrow neighborhood. His father, Cory Bigsby, is behind bars, facing child neglect charges. This week, Hampton Police Chief Mark Talbot admitted that the lead detective on this case denied his rights to an attorney during questioning. Talbot also said that the department has policies and systems in place that should have allowed them to, quote, do better. We have obtained copies of those policies. They include standards for police to follow when interrogating a suspect and the constitutional requirements that officers must follow. Hampton police say that they read Miranda rights to Cory's father, Cory Bigsby, during the afternoon of January 31st, about 5 hours after he had reported his son missing. 10 on Your Side's investigative reporter Chris Horne has more on why this timeline is crucial. Chris?
The timeline is crucial, Stephanie, because it determines whether anything a person says to law enforcement about their potential involvement in a crime can be used in court. Convictions in major cases over the years have been reduced or reversed because of improper interrogations. Hampton Police Chief Mark Talbot says Cory Bigsby was read his rights on 2 occasions during the first day of the search for Cory, January 31st. However, earlier this week, Talbot said that the department mishandled Bigsby's request for legal counsel and that request should have been honored. The right to an attorney is one of the key aspects of the Miranda Warning. Cases can pivot on whether law enforcement gave a clear explanation of that right. A 1998 double murder conviction in Los Angeles was reduced from first-degree murder to second-degree because of an improper interrogation. Ruben Lujan ambushed his estranged wife and their sheriff's deputy neighbor, beating them both to death with a chunk of concrete. Federal appeals court ruled that Lujan was not properly advised of his right to an attorney. And the U.S. Supreme Court reversed a Missouri murder and arson conviction. Patrice Siebert set her mobile home ablaze to hide the malnutrition death of her son with cerebral palsy, but in the process killed a teenager who was also in the home. The High Court's ruling said the officer's pattern of question first before reading Miranda rights was illegal and violated Siebert's rights under the 5th and 14th Amendments. As we've reported, the original lead detective was pulled from the case of Cory Bigsby's disappearance. Investigative producer Adrian Mayfield has much more on the details as well as the timeline of the case at WAVY.com. Chris Horne, 10 on Your Side.
Thank you, Chris.